A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history.
On a foul, and it's a part of the game, but it'd be fun to look at a different role of a better way to handle that situation.
Shot from the corner off, rebound to Lange.
See Wynot's patience. Certainly wanted Weezer cutting to the post. That time they're going to post up Lange.
Lange down low, called for the Austin Lange picks up his first personal.
A really nice by Berger. Excuse me. Number 11, Glasser. Getting there, staying straight up. Anytime you lower your shoulder as an offensive player, you have to take a charge as a defender. Did that.
A chip of 6 today in Class D2, and a couple teams who are looking for their first ever title. One of these teams will walk away with a state championship for the first time in school history. Always a special moment. Let's talk about matchup.
Well, I think there's going to be intangibles that play out in this game. If you look at Wynot, they kind of got over that nemesis in their first round win against Giltner. They've been able to finish. They've had that deal where they've wanted to finish the games, and they're going to have to finish today against a very good Spalding Academy team that wants to play out in transition. The intangible for Spalding Academy, they just upset the number 1 seed in the semifinal.
Right.
Are you happy that you beat the number 1 seed and that was your goal? Or is your goal to win a state title? And dealing with that emotion of a big win, how will you come back and handle that? Look for those two things to really play themselves out today.
What about the first time in school history being in this environment? I mean, that clearly will play into early on the nerves and jitters.
Absolutely. I think it helps me in the second game. They've been here, they've kind of watched a little bit of the first game, try to calm their nerves down. But anytime that you're nervous, look for assist to turnover ratio to play a big part too. You want to maximize your assists, get easy baskets, don't turn it over, give the other team easy baskets, especially a team like Spalding Academy that lives in transition. That could be a difference in this game as well.
Class D2 state championship, the Wynot Blue Devils, the Spalding Academy Knights. It's coming up next on NET Sports.
Texting, turn it off. If driving isn't worth your full attention, what is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do, or even what I can do. I know I want something more. Something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, where the Class D2 matchup's just about to take place between Wynot and Spalding Academy. We just had a great matchup for those tuning in. Overtime between the Class C2 champions and the runners-up. Hopefully the excitement will continue here today. We're going to go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson, for player introductions.
The Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools welcome you to the 2013 NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its corporate sponsors: U.S. Bank, U.S. Cellular, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Farmers Insurance, the United States Air Force, and Baden Sports. Good morning and welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for today's Class D2 Boys Championship game between the 24-3 Wynot Blue Devils and the 25-2 Spalding Academy Knights. Now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for Wynot. Number 4, Cody Stratman. Number 10, Joe Harold. Number 13, Tristan Weisler. Number 14, Trevor Gartner. Number 30, Kyle Beckman. Number 34, John DeBlau. At number 55, Kyle Eskins. And now the non-starters for Spalding Academy. Number 10, Brandon Stevens. Number 13, Wyatt Pfeiffer. Number 20, Weston Pfeiffer. Number 21, Brock McKay. Number 23, Mark Glazer. Number 30, Jacob Pritchard. Number 32, Tanner Hudson. Number 33, Frank Hartley. And number 40, Will Carlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for the Wynot Blue Devils. A 6'8" senior, number 11, Nathan Weisler. A 6' junior, number 20, Davis Weisler. A 5'10" junior, number 23, Jackson Sudbeck. A 6' junior, number 24, Brady Stratman. And a 6'1" freshman, number 32, Austin Lange. The assistant coaches for the Blue Devils are Steve Hymas and Kyle Hymas. And the head coach for Wynot High School is Lee Hymas. And now, here's the starting lineup for the Spalding Academy Knights. A 5'11" senior, number 11, Mike Glazer. A 6'3" senior, number 12, Kyle Bloom. A 5'10" sophomore, number 14, Joe Glazer. A 6'6" junior, number 22, Kane Haskey. And a 6' senior, number 24, Eric Berger. The assistant coach for the Knights is Ron Glazer. And the head coach for Spalding Academy is Joe Imus. The officials for today's Class D2 championship game are Chris Eichscheid, Silvo Johnson, and Chris Wright. The bench official is Mr. Kurt Heinrichs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play basketball.
It's all ready to go in the Class D2 state championship. The Wynot Blue Devils, Spalding Academy Knights coming in here, both looking for the school's first ever state championship. So you take a look at where these two teams are from. Wynot right up at the top of Nebraska, 24-3 near the Nebraska-South Dakota border. Spalding Academy right in the heart of the state, 25-2. How do they get here to the state championship? Spalding Academy knocked off Wausau, and then that big upset of the number 1 seed Layton, 68-51. Actually handled them handily, and Wynot over Giltner, and a tough win over Falls City Sacred Heart to make it to this title game. So we're ready to go here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, second of 6 state championships today. The Devils and the Knights. Tipping it off for Wynot will be Nathan Weisler. For Spalding Academy, it'll be Kane Haskey. Oh, the 6'8" Weasler controls. Wynot with the first possession. You talked about it off the top, Andy. It was Wynot's really getting over that hump of 2 consecutive years not making it to this point because of Giltner. I think it became a dirty word in Wynot for a couple of years. It was constantly butting up against Giltner and not being able to clear that hump.
Yeah, so not only the Giltner first round win, but then you had to battle kind of a run by Fall City Sacred Heart,
right,
to be able to finish with not making a lot of free throws, which should give them confidence going into the finals, being able to finish both of those games. Especially in a close game, those things matter.
Alley-oop tried inside for Kyle Bloom from Glasser, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, nice set play, screened.
There's Lee Hymas. In his 13th year at Wynot, the turnaround off the turnover. Bucket by Bloom, Spalding Academy. Putting some pressure early on.
And this is where Spalding Academy wants to play. They want it to be a transition game. They're going to change their defenses. They're going to pick up full court.
Good drive, and it nearly finished on the drive by Stratman. He draws the foul, so Brady Stratman will go to the line for the first time. Foul called on Kane Haskey. Haskey's first personal foul.
Wynot wants the game probably in the high 40s, low 50s. Spalding is averaging 67 points so far in the state tournament. They average 70 for the season, so certainly want to play an up-tempo game. Wynot needs to do a really good job of handling that full court pressure, but once you get into the half court, you have to attack. You have to penalize teams for pressing you by driving the ball, getting it to the rim, getting to the free throw line as they did on that possession.
1 of 2 good. Off of the knee of Glasser and out of bounds. Turnover on Spalding Academy. We're sure our friends at both Spalding and Spalding Academy will not be offended if we just refer to them either as Spalding or the Knights. Shorten it up a bit. Big jam on the drive by the 6'8" Nathan Weasler, and that'll get the Wynot crowd on their feet early on.
A great execution out of a sideline out of bounds play. Great finish. Certainly energized the crowd, as you mentioned.
Glasser up front will reset. From the baseline, Joe Glasser knocks it down. Spalding right back on top.
And offensively, efficiency is really important for Spalding because what it does, it allows you to set your defense. The made baskets allows you to set your full court pressure. So certainly look for Spalding after made baskets to increase that pressure against Wynot, but Wynot's done a really good job of breaking the pressure and executing on the back end of it. And this is the second trip to the free throw line.
There's Joe Imus, head coach of Spalding Academy in his 3rd year. 45-17 is his record. Talk about both of these teams looking for the school's first ever state title. Spalding's been down here before as a team. They made it 7 trips to state, last in '91. Spalding Academy has made 5 trips to state, but their last one was back in '94. They actually won a title or finished second back in 1988. But as a combined school, first ever trip to the title game.
We talked about the nerves of Spalding Academy. Maybe coming off a big win. Certainly look emotionally into this game, playing with a lot of energy. Yeah, look at Wynot. Wynot starts 2 freshmen, so certainly a unique, you go from junior high basketball into the state finals in the Bob Devaney Center. Certainly they're handling their nerves as well.
Put back is off by Hymas, out of bounds, or Haskey out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights. Twice in a row, Glasser's found, Joe Glasser, the sophomore, has found that wide open shot right along the baseline. There he is again.
Nice job penetrating the zone. getting into the crease, getting a high percentage shot. Now you're able to set your pressure. Once again, Wynot does a good job handling it.
Look inside. Find Weisler. Weisler. Good move inside, and Weisler with 2 more.
Very similar game to the Southern Valley Sutton game. They're going to rely on Weisler on the post against a smaller Spalding team and then sit back in a 2-3 zone and make Spalding attack it. Be interesting to see if size dominates this game as it did the opening game at the Devaney.
A turnover. Glasser pushes it ahead. On the outside, open is Bloom. Weisler with the rebound. And quickly up the floor. Wynot's picked its spots in transition, and they've been effective.
Yeah, I think you have to. If you're just content to break full court pressure, you're going to see it the whole game. That time, you can see Wynot attacking it. Nice drive by Weisler, getting himself to the free throw line. Now this slows pressure as you start to accumulate fouls. This is the 3rd trip already for Wynot to the foul line, and only 3.5 minutes of action.
Davis Weisler at the line. First one is good for the 6-foot junior. Averages 10 a game. Second one on the way, rattles out.
Wynot mixing their defenses, going to a little 3-quarter trap. Nice job by Spalding.
First foul of the game called against the Blue Devils. That'll go on Davis Weisler.
And once again, they're playing against a 2-3 zone. Spalding Academy needs to move the basketball, try to attack a gap between 2 zone defenders, and then also work the low baseline area and the high post area, which are weak. There you see a low base flash. Unfortunately for Spalding, Spalding Academy couldn't handle it. If he would have caught it, I think he would have had a high percentage shot.
Here's the pressure by Spalding Academy. Out of bounds off of the Knights. Stays with the Blue Devils. Stratman pushes it up the floor, and a travel called on Brady Stratman.
And then that's the other thing that pressure does to you. You want to pressure and attack pressure, but you have to make good decisions on the back end. That time, Stratman got going maybe a little too fast and was unable to control himself going into the layup and commits to travel.
Only 2 losses on the year for Spalding Academy, as once again Glasser finds that baseline shot. 6 points from right around the same spot. Wynot breaks pressure again. Already 4 lead changes. Shot is off, rebound back up, and the foul on Haskey, and that will be 2 early on Kane Haskey.
Yeah, really nice job by Wynot. I thought they were in trouble. They got trapped in the short corner there, which is usually a bad spot to catch the basketball. Was able to break it down the sideline, create opportunities on offense. And Beckman's going to get to the foul line. So the 4th trip already in the 1st quarter for Wynot.
Beckman's shot is good. Into the game is Tanner Hudson for the Knights. They'll give Kane Haskey and those 2 fouls a break. Second one by Beckman is off, and it goes to the Knights.
And that's that second foul on Haskey is a big foul. If you look at the size of Spalding Academy, Haskey 6'6" is really only the true probably post player on Spalding Academy's roster. So certainly you look at 6'8" Nathan Weisler from the other side. Can he take an advantage of that lack of size for Spalding?
Nice drive and a good dish to Tanner Hudson, and Hudson finishes off the drive. And the steal laid in, and the bucket by Joe Glasser, and a quick timeout called by Coach Lee Hymas and the Wynot Blue Devils. So the pressure causing trouble, and Wynot takes the timeout. Largest lead of the game. Spalding on top by 4. Well, this NSAA championship game also being carried live online, so you can easily watch the game on your computer, your laptop, your smartphone, whatever device you have. Check out the internet. Just log on to netnebraska.org/sports, and you can enjoy all championship action online and be a part of our championship telecast throughout the day right here on NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. And so the pressure early on, leading some points for the Knights.
Yeah, I think the execution of Spalding Academy against the 2-3 zone has really enabled that. What they're doing is they're driving the basketball into the middle, drawing Nathan Weisler, then dumping underneath for baseline layups, and that's allowing Spalding Academy to set this full court defense, and then they got a steal and a layup. So their execution against the 2-3 zone is creating those press opportunities.
Here's that pressure again. Off of the hand of Glasser, and it will stay with Wynot.
Wynot wants to be careful. You want to try to inbounds the ball away from the short corner to make that trap have to go a further distance. So keep an eye on that to see if Wynot will make that adjustment.
And that one goes off the hand of Berger, and you can see that this press of the Knights really wreaking havoc on this Blue Devil offense, trying to get the ball up the court.
So there's two things. You want to pass fake, as Spalding Academy is really trying to run through passing lanes. You want to pass fake, and you also have to go meet the ball if you're Wynot.
Foul called inside on Spalding Academy on the shot. Foul is called on Tanner Hudson. The freshman picks up his first. And that will send Weisler to the line.
And as I mentioned, that foul on Haskey, 6'6" junior. Now your substitute is Tanner Hudson, 6'3", good size, but only a freshman, so certainly lacks the strength that Weisler has at 6'8" and being a senior.
Just 5 minutes in here and already 10 free throws for the Blue Devils of Wynot. Weisler with 5 points, 2 for 2 from the floor. Spalding Academy's only losses this year, one coming to St. Mary's of O'Neill, which is here at State. 3 on the way, got it. 3-pointer by Eric Berger. Right into the pressure, and this time the Blue Devils handle it.
Yeah, Wynot did a nice job of not throwing to the under offensive players. They threw over the top. Fortunately, once they got into the half court, turned it over.
Rebound by Weisler. They'll push the other way. Here's Stratman. Inside to Lange. Kick back out. Good drive. And Cody Stratman can't finish. And the turnover. Steal by Weisler. Davis Weisler. Has it taken away, but stepping on the end line. And it will stay with the Blue Devils. A good tempo here early on.
Yeah, Wynot probably playing a little faster than what they're accustomed to, but Spalding Academy really forces you to play at their tempo. Wynot's doing a pretty good job of executing on the back end of it. Half-court possessions, you really like to see Weisler touch the ball on the block.
And another turnover. McKay the other way has it taken away. Sudbeck looks inside, slapped around. And Blue Devils will reset.
Spalding Academy, very quick hands. They're getting a lot of deflections.
Good catch and shoot by the big guy inside, Weisler.
Yeah, a lot better post entry pass that time. Last possession, I thought Weisler was open and there was a bad entry pass. That time got it right where he could turn and score, use his height to use the backboard and knock it in.
Inside a minute to go here in this first period. Good strong take by Sudbeck, and Sudbeck with the bucket. And the other way, blocked by Weisler, and Weisler called for the foul. So Nathan Weisler picks up his first personal.
The game's being played in transition, which makes it very fun for the fans to watch. Both teams are attacking the rim on the dribble drive. That time Weisler, just too much body on the block shot. Terrific opportunity to sub a big guy out here. 38 seconds kind of gives that quarter break. Not only do you get the minute for the quarter break, you pick up this extra 38 seconds of game time.
(15-13), Spalding Academy with the lead. 30 to go here in the first.
Spalding staying in their aggressive man-to-man. See the ball pressure, active hands. Trying to force Wynot to put it on the floor. The active hands always have hands involved where the ball is.
Sudbeck with 5 to go, looking for a place, throws it up. And that'll do it for the first period. So it was a 7-1 run by Spalding Academy that led to the big lead. Wynot comes back to cut it to 2. It's 15-13 after 1.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
Back at the Devaney Sports Center, Class D2 State Championship, 1 quarter in the books, and Spalding Academy on top 15-13. Head coach Joe Imus has that up-tempo game running for the Knights, looking for the school's first ever state title.
Yeah, it certainly was a quarter played in transition. Spalding Academy probably needs to do a better job taking care of the basketball. Committed 6 turnovers. As I mentioned, I think their execution and made baskets is just going to play into their ability to set that defense.
Tried the alley-oop to Kyle Bloom. Nathan Weisler disrupts. Weisler pass inside. Lange can't handle it, off his foot and out of bounds.
Interesting move by Coach Imus. Elected to go back to Haskey with 2 fouls. Probably look to maybe double, give Haskey some help on the block. That way you don't pick up that 3rd foul.
Rattled around, a rebound by Lange. Wynot here early on? That pressure of the Knights causing trouble. Blue Devils with 8 turnovers already. And the foul over the back on Nathan Weisler. And Nathan Weisler here early on in the second, picking up his 2nd personal foul.
Nice job by Haskey staying straight up, not giving the official reason to call a foul. By him staying straight up, Weisler left it short, tried to follow it with the rebound, and committed that 2nd foul. if I could change any basketball rule, I would give each player 3 fouls per half, and that way that second foul doesn't change the complexion of a game. And you just let it play out. If you commit your third, you're done for the half. And it's the only sport where you get penalized to have to sit out based on a common foul. And it's a part of the game, but it'd be fun to look at a different rule of a better way to handle that situation.
Shot from the corner off, rebound to Lange.
See Wynot's patience. Certainly want to try to get Weiser cutting to the post. That time they're going to post up Lange.
Lange down low, called for the charge. Austin Lange picks up his first personal.
Yeah, really nice job by Berger. Excuse me. Number 11, Glasser. Getting there, staying straight up. Anytime you lower your shoulder as an offensive player, you have to take a charge as a defender. Did that, referee noticed it. Nice half-court defense.
Tipped around off of the Knights. It'll go to the Blue Devils on the turnover. Lee Hymas playing in that Lewis and Clark Conference in Northeast Nebraska. Facing some terrific competition all year. Bancroft rose the lead. They went 4 overtimes in a game. They lost 78-72. Nice take. And the bucket by Davis Weisler.
Really quick move. Taking advantage of Haskey not being able to commit much contact there with 2 fouls. Drove it right at him. Was able to get it up on the backboard and in.
The Knights had the lead at 15-9. Now a 6-0 run for the Blue Devils. And they'll look to take the lead here. Shot is off the back of the rim. Transition knocked away. Blue Devils push the other way. Jason Sudbeck can't get it. The drive and the lay-in. Eric Berger with the first Knight basket in 5.5 minutes. Three on the way. Sudbeck got it. Jackson Sudbeck with the 3. Wynot regains that lead.
A nice back and forth effort. Sudbeck gets his feet set, top of the key threes. Normally the most high percentage shot from the 3-point line. Sudbeck just a freshman, so certainly has given them a spark. Getting to the free throw line early, now a 3 to give them a 1-point lead.
Drive. Beckman looking underneath. Stratman, 3 seconds called on Beckman in the lane. And a turnover by the Blue Devils with a 1-point lead at 18-17. 10th turnover for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, certainly the pressure of both teams has affected ball handling. I think Spalding Academy has 6 turnovers, Wynot 10? So certainly the team that settles down and starts to execute better when those opportunities present themselves will give themselves the best chance to win a state title.
Foul on the ball called on Cody Stratman. And the freshman picks up his first foul.
Personal foul, 16th foul against Wynot.
Halfway through period number 2, 18-17, Wynot?
Wynot's going to stay in this 2-3 zone. Try to force Spalding to either make it 3 over the top of him.
Tipped around and tipped right into the hands of Cody Stratman. Stratman is fouled. A foul on the Knights. Called on Brock McKay. That's the first on McKay. And now in Eric Berger. for Spalding Academy. Inside of the freshman, that's tipped away, blocked by Kyle Bloom. Lange tried to get it off. Now the other way, swiped away again. Loose ball will go the way of the Blue Devils. A little bit of helter-skelter on both sides here.
Yeah, nice job. Wynot Stratman gets to steal, then just really couldn't corral it. Kind of a helter-skelter play down the sideline. But both teams just need to slow down a little bit. Catch, look around before they put it on the floor.
3 seconds in the lane called on the Knights. So 11 turnovers for Wynot and 11 for Spalding.
You can't fault the effort. You know, certainly the execution hasn't been there early, but it's an 18-17 game, so whichever team can kind of get themselves settled into a rhythm here certainly could finish the half on a run.
Jackson Sudbeck breaking the press with the dribble, then turns it over. Back into the game for Wynot. Not quite ready to check in. Foul will be called on Jackson Sudbeck. Good looking player for just a freshman, Andy. Averages 11 a game, all conference. Had 10 against Giltner in the quarters, 7 in the semis against Falls City Sacred Heart his first year in high school.
Yeah, showed you his versatility, was able to get to the foul line early, as I mentioned, then hit an open three. Seems to be very heady, trying to run his team as a lead guard just as a freshman. A lot of young kids on the court. Bodes well to see these two teams down here for the coming years.
Kyle Bloom hits the first. And the second. Knights back on top now, 19-18 into the game. Joe Glasser.
Certainly you want, if you're Spalding Academy, Bloom and Michael Glasser to try to take over. Each of them had over 20 points in the semis. Those are your seniors. Those are the guys you look for to have poise, settle your team down, be able to execute against a Wynot zone. Try to keep the ball in their hands a little bit more until you feel your team has calmed down and can handle the pressure.
Tipped away out of bounds by Austin Lange. Lange's another good-looking freshman. 6'1", big body, plays hard down low. It's 6 against Giltner, 10 in the semis against Falls City Sacred Heart. Pretty good nucleus. You mentioned it off the top, 2 freshmen starting. They're both pretty good-looking freshmen as well. They're not space fillers, let's put it that way.
Now, if you're starting for a state finalist, you can play a little bit. Like I said, it's certainly exciting for Wynot and Coach Hymas when you're starting freshmen and they're being productive for you. You certainly like your job security, that's for sure. Right. Freshmen are, they can only get better from this point, and they normally do with experience.
Tanner Hudson knocks down the first on the foul by Kyle Eskins. Second one from Hudson.
Yeah, without Nathan Weasler on the floor, it'll be interesting to see where Wynot looks to get a basket in the half court. You can see some high pick and rolls here, trying to free up a guard for a drive down the lane.
Tipped away on the steal by Tanner Hudson. Hudson goes in and lays it in.
Once again, made basket, allows Spalding Academy to set this pressure. Here comes a trap opportunity. Nice job by Wynot, getting in the middle of the floor, great offense.
Four-point lead for the Knights. 22-18. Into the lane, and the foul will be called on Berger. Nice job by Cody Stratman to get the defender in the air and draw the foul.
While we're on the theme, another freshman.
Right. Right.
Making productive plays. Once again, the shot fake is such an important move in basketball. Everybody thinks you have to make a dribble move to get by. A shot fake gets the defender up in the air, draw contact, get yourself to the foul line. Great poised play by the freshman.
Rattles out. Back into the game is Kyle Beckman.
Wynot struggled from the free throw line a little bit in their first 2 games, trying to finish. Just having the confidence and the poise to step up there. Currently been at the foul line 11 times so far in this game, which is great for a half. Being able to take advantage. Now that's a 12. 6 out of 12. Left some points on the board, but still only a 3-point deficit.
On the line. So the turnover by the Knights. Back into the game is Nathan Weisler.
They're going to go a little offense defense here. I imagine Weisler coming in for the offensive possession. If there's a dead ball, look for probably Coach Hymas to get him out to protect him from that 3rd foul.
Berger nearly with the steal. Goes off his hand and out. It'll stay with the Blue Devils. 22-19, 1:40 to go before half. Tipped away and taken away by Michael Glaser. Berger into the paint, kicks it outside. McKay with the shot high off the glass. And Brooke McKay, the sophomore, with the bucket. Spalding now up by 5 at 24-19.
An important possession here by Wynot. Certainly want to try to get yourself a high percentage shot, get to the foul line. Going back into laying into the post.
Shot off, and now the Knights. McKay again. Brock McKay with back-to-back buckets for the Knights. Now 26-19, largest lead of the game for Spalding Academy, and another turnover. It'll stay with the Knights. And a quick timeout called by head coach Joe Imus of Spalding Academy. So a good run by the Knights, extending that lead to 7 at 26-19 here in the D2 championship. This, the D2 title. Let's take a look at last year's D2 championship showdown.
It was a game that will go down in history as undefeated Giltner took on Howells in last year's Class D2 championship. The drama came at the end of regulation. With 1.9 seconds to go and down 4, Giltner's Drew Hastings was sent to the line to shoot 3. After making the second of his first 2, Giltner coach Matt Drew called timeout to draw up what would be a miracle play.
Put 2 out on the wings, knowing that they're going to tip it out.
Was tipped out, 3 on the way. Got it! Oh, what a shot!
After deliberation, Jacob Finley's 3-pointer counted to force overtime. Giltner pulled away in the second overtime period to win, 52-41, to claim their second straight Class D2 championship.
What a finish last year in the D2 title game.
Yeah, certainly one of the more bizarre finishes I've witnessed in person, and you know, especially under a state final type atmosphere.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes you see those highlights of just a regular season game, but to execute and send the game into overtime and win a state championship, just a tremendous finish and certainly exciting for the fans.
30 to go here in the first half, and the Knights will look for a final shot.
Well, they've had a lot of success driving into the middle of the zone and kind of dumping it down along the baseline for a 10-foot jump shot. See if they look for that area to attack here with 10 seconds left in the second quarter.
So with 8 to go, Glasser kicks it outside. The 3 on the way. Rattles around and off. Wynot has it stripped away, and that's the way we will end the first half of play. So a nice run to end the first 16 minutes. Spalding on a 7-zip run, and they take a 26-19 lead as the Knights head to that halftime locker room. Wynot Blue Devils at 24-3 on the year. Had it tied early on, now it's 26-19 thanks to that run by the Knights. And so now we'll chat with the head coach, Lee Hymas. Let's go over to Brandon.
Coach, your big man, Nathan Weisler, got in some foul trouble early. How's that affected your offense throughout this first half?
Well, it changes a little bit. It stops making him aggressive on the offensive side a little bit because you're definitive about kicking up that third foul. But other than that, he's playing hard and he's doing a good job.
It's been a fast-paced, up-and-down game. What does your team need to do to get back here in the second half, take the lead, and get the win?
We just got to execute on the offensive side. I think when we get easy opportunities right now, that's what we're not executing on the offensive side. We're letting the pressure get to us a little bit. We've got to stop them in transition on the offensive side and for them pushing the ball back at us. But
thank you, Coach. Good luck with the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Brandon, and thanks to Lee Hymas for joining us. We are at halftime of the D2 Championship. It's 26-19. Spalding Academy on top.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
NET Sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. And by the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. Halftime of the Class D2 Championship. Spalding Academy on top of Wynot 26-19 at the break. And now for a special presentation, let's head to our public address announcer. Here's Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska Officials Foundation is pleased to present 2 scholarships in memory of Bill Lewis. Bill Lewis was a longtime high school football and basketball official. He was later the supervisor of officials for the Nebraska School Activities Association. Here today to present the awards are Bill Lewis's wife, Sandy, NSA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green, and NSA Supervisor of Officials John Dolliver. The first recipient is Carter Camp from Rock County High School. Carter is the son of Steve and Christy. Carter plans to attend the University of Nebraska-Kearney and major in athletic training. Congratulations, Carter Camp. The second recipient is Michaela Berry from Norfolk Catholic High School. Michaela is the daughter of Joe and Ann. Michaela plans to attend Wayne State College and major in elementary education with a coaching endorsement. Congratulations, Michaela Berry. Folks, let's give a big round of applause for them all again. Thank you.
Guys, joining me is Executive Director of the Nebraska High School Hall of Fame, Larry Mungsgaard. Larry, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure being here. I'd like to talk about the Hall of Fame.
Well, we're going to do that right now, actually. You work at the Hall of Fame. What is the mission of the Hall of Fame, and where is it located?
Well, our motto is to inspire the present athletes by honoring the past. That's what we do. The NSA has given us about 7,000 square feet of space in the NSA building, which we hope over the next few years to have a full exhibit hall that will feature all the current sports now in Nebraska represented by the NSA. And we're going to hopefully have a little bit of that open this coming fall.
So there's coaches, athletes, contributors, officials. How many of those are in the Hall of Fame, and how does one get nominated?
Well, we've got about 400 different people that have been put into the Hall of Fame over the last 19 years. This will be our 20th year coming up. To nominate, anybody can nominate by going to our website, nebhalloffame.org. That's all one word. They can download the information and they can nominate anyone. We have over 900 different coaches, athletes, contributors who have been nominated. So we do have a pretty good pool of people to pick from already, but we do appreciate getting new nominations all the time.
On top of all of that, it's my understanding there's been some major fundraising that's been going on, some exhibits that are in the works. Can you talk about those?
I was just thinking about my interview a year ago, what we were talking about, and we're about ready to go. We've fundraised about $400,000 in the last year. That's money that's actually in the bank, of which we had one anonymous donor that gave us a gift of $300,000. So we're going to do part of it. We've got three major projects. One is an introduction film, which will be a feel-good story about Nebraska when you watch it. Incidentally, NET is going to help us produce that. We're pretty excited about that. We got a Hall of Honor that will highlight all of our 400 individuals that have been inducted. That will be kind of an oval-shaped thing with a lot of light and a lot of tech in it. It will really be interesting. And we also have an all-school kiosk. And we're fortunate the Nebraska State Historical Society has given us information on every high school in Nebraska that ever existed from the beginning of the state through 1995. We have the picture, we have a write-up about the school, notable alumni, a little bit about their athletic program. As people come in, they can type up schools that were even consolidated or closed 25, 30 years ago and see information on the school. That's going to be kind of a neat deal. We hope to have most of that up and running by September 1 of this year.
On top of that, the Sportsmanship Awards are presented at the state tournament for each class. You're in charge of that. How does it go into deciding which school wins the Sportsmanship Award? How does one get nominated?
Well, you get nominated by making the state tournament. So that's part of it. But we have a group of people, Sportsmanship Committee. Darren Boyson of the Nebraska Coaches Association does a lot during the year to administer the program. We have a committee of 4 people for each class. And there's 24 that work for the boys and 24 that work for the girls tournament. We have some select criteria. We look around, we move around, we make some decisions. We've really changed the emphasis. It's much more positive now than it used to be. We look for things like group cheers, creative cheers, supporting your team when you're down, obviously being supportive of the other opponents, not getting too concerned about them, remaining positive in your reactions to officiating. All those things are kind of evaluated from game to game. We total them all up at the end of the 3 games that they have here, and we declare a winner. It is possible for a school that loses the first round to win the Sportsmanship Award if they do an incredibly good job. But it's really created a lot of enthusiasm. Just talking to Brian Maher with the NSAA board, there's no question since we initiated the award, it has really improved the educational environment of the state tournament.
I heard you say it once really quickly, one more time. Where do people need to write if they want more information?
NEB.Halloffame.org. And we did have a sportsmanship pep rally at Waverly High School on February 6th this year. The Hall of Fame is in the sportsmanship area also, emphasizing middle schools. We had over 1,500 middle schools at Waverly High School, and we partnered with the UNL Athletic Department. We had Kenny Bell, Amir Abdullah, Megan Haggerty, Rhonda Ravel, Coach Osborne spoke at the end. You could have heard a pin drop when he was talking. There were 1,500 kids in there. Tom was talking about being humble and humility. There's a lot of things kids that age need to hear. We're going to do it again next year. Only next year we're going to invite the whole state. So we're really looking forward to that.
Executive Director of the Nebraska High School Hall of Fame, Larry Mungsgaard, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thanks for your time.
And we'll be back right after this for the Class D2 championship. Score is 26-19, Wynot trailing Spalding.
This was a scary moment for Elliott Stabler and everyone at Richard Petty Motorsports. Thankfully, the folks at NASCAR have taken every precaution to ensure the safety of our drivers. And I hope you do the same thing when you get in your car. The Department of Transportation says distracted drivers are 4 times more likely to be in a serious accident. Buckle up, watch the road, and please do not text and drive. It could be the last text you ever sent. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Healthcare reform is bringing change.
And lots of it.
It won't be easy. But one thing that won't change is our commitment to you.
We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
We live and work right here with you.
And we're here for the long haul.
Whatever changes come our way,
you can count on us.
Count on us to guide you on the road ahead.
To help protect your family and your future.
You can count on us to be there when you need us.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state. And for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans. We are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Brandon Axelman doing our sideline interviews. Good to have you with us here at the halftime. Let's take a quick look at first half action. Wynot Blue Devils early on? Well, they were in that half court, but they were finding success breaking the press of the Knights early on.
Yeah, nice sideline out of bounds execution there with Nathan Weisler in the dunk. I think Nathan has to really go to the block and put in work in the second half. I think that's the one area Wynot has an advantage. Really nice post move there. You look at Haskey has 2 fouls from Spalding, so that can change the complexion of the game. And here you see Spalding really executing against that zone, which is allowing them to then set their press, where they've been able to generate turnovers. Wynot has 11 turnovers so far in that first half.
Spalding Academy ended that first half on a 9-1 run. Wynot did not make a field goal in the last 5 minutes of the first half. So first possession for the Blue Devils, and let's see if they heed your advice, Andy. If they look for the big guy, ball screen up top.
Yeah, 2 things. Get Weisler established in the post and take better care of the basketball, and they'll give themselves a chance to win this game.
Good move inside, and they end that drought on the bucket by Brady Stratman.
Spalding Academy has to keep executing against the 2-3. Every made basket, then they set their press, which has had tremendous success against Wynot and has forced a lot of those turnovers.
A turnover off of the hand of Glasser. Go inside of the freshman right away, up strong and draws the foul. Good move inside by Austin Lange. The foul will be called on Kyle Bloom. I believe that's Bloom's first personal foul.
Nice job by Lange going down to the block, using his size to get good post position, getting himself to the free throw line. 2 really nice possessions for Wynot to start the third quarter.
Free throw off the back of the rim by Lange. Lange averages 7 a game, 4 rebounds. And just a freshman. Looks like he might play a little football too. What do you think?
Yeah, nice build.
Good smooth stroke on the second one is good. Lead now at 4. Good athleticism, tipped away by Lange.
see Spalding Academy struggle to play in the half court. They were much more comfortable in an up-tempo, fast break style game. Against this 2-3, they were just having a hard time executing passes, getting good ball movement.
Down low. Shot is off by Kane Haskey and then off of the hand, and Wynot will have it. Davis Weisler strong to the basket, and he's called for the charge. And Davis Weisler picks up his second personal foul.
Two nice plays there. I thought, why not, instead of throwing it to the corner, they're now throwing it to the second person, which is giving them fast break opportunities. But Haskey does a really great job of sprinting to the front of the rim, establishing position, and taking the charge.
Bloom drives in strong. Bloom gets the roll. So Kyle Bloom with another bucket. He averages 13 a game to lead the team.
Once again, you see him throwing it past that first line. That's giving them some opportunities to convert on the back end of the press.
Look inside for Nathan Weisler. Now Nathan has it down low. Turn around in there. Blocked partially. Rebound to Kyle Bloom. Here come the Knights. Berger drives in. Tipped away. Kept alive.
I'm replacing it.
Spalding Academy. Up by 6 with the ball here in the second half. Good ball movement.
And that's where they had success in the first half, finding that high post, drawing Weisler up and then dumping it underneath of him. Unfortunately for Spalding, they couldn't execute, but they're going to get the basket right. Whoa.
Ooh. Glasser with the turnover and just doesn't quite complete it.
There's no guarantees, and certainly that unfortunate to leave that one short.
Somebody's going to say something about that on Monday, right? They always reminded you about those, didn't they?
Concentration and
right.
finishing every play.
Yeah. 3 on the way by the freshman, and he got it. Jackson Sudbeck with the 3. Back to within 3 is Wynot.
5-point shift there, and Spalding's got to maintain their poise. Once again, here's a nice drive to the middle of that zone where they've had some success.
Runner in the lane, Davis Weisler fouls. That's his 3rd. It will send Eric Berger to the line.
Instead of that time, Nathan Weisler's been put in a tough spot. Every time he's come up to help and stop that drive, they've dumped it underneath him. That time he stayed back, and Berger recognized it and took the jump shot and got fouled.
Into the game now, Cody Stratman. He'll come in for Davis Weisler, who has 3 fouls and will take a seat. Both of them good. Lead back to 5 at 30-25.
And once again, they threw it in the short corner, got trapped, never really got in rhythm. Anytime they've been able to throw it to the post players flashing up from the half-court line has when they've been able to get on the backside and get offense against Spalding Academy's full-court pressure.
Well, at halftime, we chatted with Coach Joe Imus about his team's performance in the first half. Let's go to Brandon with Coach Joe Imus.
Coach, this is your first time in the state championship, the first time for your team. How are they handling the pressure so far?
Obviously pretty good. We got a 7-point lead in the state championship. In subs and district final, we played with a lot of nerves, and today they're not playing with nerves, and hopefully we can continue in the second half.
You guys like playing an up-tempo sort of game. It's been a back-and-forth game. Are you going to keep doing that this half, or are you going to slow it down a little bit?
No, we're going to try to push it right now. Wynot's doing a good job controlling the tempo. Right now, we usually don't have this few points at half, and give them credit. They're doing a good job dictating the tempo of this game.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, 26 at half. They average 70, so he's recognizing the need to pick it up a bit.
Yeah, I thought the tempo was good.
Right.
It's just when you turn it over, I think 27 times combined teams, there's not enough possessions to get baskets. And, certainly maybe execution allows them to set more pressure and get more steals. And certainly this half's been played better from an execution standpoint earlier so far in the 3rd quarter.
Sudbeck kicks it outside. 3 on the way. Got it. Brady Stratman with the shot. (30-28) lead back to 2. Shot for along the baseline off the side of the backboard.
So watch Wynot here setting up against the press. So you want to avoid that near corner. That's where the Knights are getting trapped and really getting Wynot on their heels. Look for 24 Stratman to flash up. And that time they catch it in the middle of the floor where the trap can't happen. They're looking to attack down the sideline.
And a travel called. And a turnover on Wynot. So the Knights with that 2-point lead. Lee Hymas urging his team on. Fortunate bounce. Inside up strong. Shot no good by Haskey. And then Haskey fouled underneath. And Haskey will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Kyle Beckman.
Nice job by Haskey staying with it, getting an offensive rebound, getting another possession for your team.
Not called a shooting foul.
Better ball movement right now by Spalding, really making the zone work. That creates that little gap drive. Nice defensive play by Beckman, sliding over and getting the deflection.
3 on the way is just off. Rebound Haskey. Foul called underneath on Beckman, his second foul. So now Wynot will jump into picking up full court.
They just kind of extend out of this 2-3 and fall right back into the 2-3. Nice job by Spalding. Handling it without making a pass mistake.
Block shot by Weisler. And a foul called on Joe Glaser. Second foul for Joe Glaser, so he'll take a seat. Back in is Brock McKay.
For Wynot to try to execute here in the half court. See Nathan Weisler, maybe here comes a high ball and screen. See if they isolate Nathan back on the block. Here he comes. They're nice. Really nice set play. A lot of contact, but it's been called very consistently both ways.
Pushed up the floor, ball tipped around, shot no good. The Knights have missed a couple of those easy ones.
Both Haskey and Weisler are battling in the block.
And a foul called underneath. And a foul called against Weisler, Nathan Weisler. And here's a look at it. 2 officials got together, talked it over. And a foul called on Weisler, his 3rd.
Contact both ways. So obviously it was getting physical in the post, and I think you have to set the tone as an official to not let it escalate from there. Certainly Weisler playing most of the quarter with 2 fouls. Help 3 still allows him to stay on the court.
All will go to the Blue Devils. There's Davis Weisler now back in. Weisler with 3 fouls checks back into the game. Also in is Tristan Weisler. First look at Tristan, the sophomore guard. And Austin Lange also back in. Kyle Beckman will take a seat. 2:25 to go here, 3rd period. Trap up top. Wynot works out of it. Entry pass into Weisler. A foul on the floor before the shot. Foul called on Kane Haskey. That will be Askey's third personal foul.
A nice job by Weisler moving his feet. Obviously, the last possession, referees established that they weren't going to allow contact in the post, and that's still the best place Wynot can go for offense is on the block to Weisler. I look for that to be a consistent theme here as this thing plays out.
3 off by Davis Weisler. And the steal by Austin Lange. Inside 2 minutes now, third period action. 30-28. Spalding Academy on top. 3 on the way by Sudbeck is off. Rebound out to Kyle Bloom. Spalding with the drive and the foul. And to the line will go Eric Berger. They'll call the foul on Tristan Weisler. His first personal.
Very nice job by Berger. Been aggressive with his dribble drive. Hard dribble to the right hand. Got himself to the foul line. I got to take advantage. Fatigue becomes an issue late. Third game in 3 days. Close game pressure starts to mount. These are opportunities though. Catch a break. Nice job making the second.
31-28. On the turnover. Drive, the lay-in, got it to go. Kyle Bloom, first bucket field goal in nearly 5 minutes for the Knights. They're back up on top by 5. Wynot has also gone about 3 minutes without a field goal. Tough defense being placed on both ends of the floor. Foul underneath called on Nathan Weisler on the drive by Bronk McKay. So McKay takes it right at the 6'8" senior Nathan Weisler, and Weisler draws his 4th personal foul.
Nice job by McKay. Using the dribble drive by the low defender of the zone. Taking it right at Weisler, and that is a big foul for this game. And obviously with down 6, Weisler's got to go to the bench with his 4th foul. You have to monitor it as a coach now. You want it to stay in reach, 4 to 6. If it stretches to 10, you may have to go back and risk playing Weisler with 4 fouls.
Eskins and Beckman back into the game now for Wynot. Inside a minute to go. Third period action here in the D2 championship. The drive off the glass and the bucket and a quick timeout called by Lee Hymas.
Yeah, better job of Wynot that time. Flashing a guy in the middle, catching and attacking, getting the basket to cut it to 5.
35-30, we're in the third Class D2 state championship. We'll be back at the Devaney in just a moment.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
Growing more with less is the mantra of Nebraska's corn farmers, and they're using incredible technology to do it. Soil moisture monitors let them know when their crop needs water and how much. GPS systems eliminate overlaps in the field, saving fuel and money. New hybrids reduce the use of pesticides and increase yields. When you're talking new technology and innovation, Nebraska corn farmers are all ears. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Class D2 State Championship. 50 seconds to go here in period number 3. The Knights on top of the Blue Devils 35-30. It was a 7-point lead at the break by Spalding Academy. Tipped away, the steal by Davis Weisler. Weisler drives in They will say off of Weisler and out of bounds. And a nice job forcing the turnover by the Knights.
Yeah, they came with kind of a run and jump out of that 2-3 zone. They're going to come back right back with it. Got Spalding by surprise the first time. Spalding did a better job handling it that time.
And travel. So the change by Lee Hymas paying dividends here late in the third.
Second back here for Wynot, number 23, Jackson Sudbeck.
22 to go here, third period action.
Why not? It's important here. Handle the pressure. 20 seconds. You'd love to finish on a little 4-0 run here to make it a one-possession game.
Off of Brady Stratman and out. So with 8.7 to go here before the fourth period, a chance for a final bucket by Spalding Academy.
Eight seconds. We'll see if Wynot looks to extend. Here they come again, trying to force the Knights into a little quicker action.
Last second shot is up and short. So we head to the fourth, 35-30. Spalding Academy on top in the D2 title game.
Get involved in high school activities. For winter and spring championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
This isn't the sweet corn that humans eat. It's the field corn that most Nebraska farmers grow. And it satisfies the appetite of a growing world by providing livestock feed, renewable fuel, bioplastics, and much more. You can't eat field corn, but the economic impact of the billion bushels that Nebraska farmers grow each year is still pretty darn sweet. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
NET sports coverage of the 2013 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. The Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. Count on us to be there when you need us. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Brandon Axelman also joining us here on the broadcast. Great, you can join us statewide on NET Online and NET Over the Air is Wynot trailing 35-30. And another turnover. We are up to 42 now, total turnovers in this game. Neither team playing as clean of a game as they would like.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing hard, and certainly Spalding's trying to force that tempo, which has created some turnovers. And then Spalding's comfort against Wynot's 2-3 zone has really never has got there. So the combination of both is why we have 42 turnovers. With that being said, only a 5-point game.
Inside the carry called. Another turnover on Wynot. Just a reminder, Spalding Academy, the co-op between those two schools. First ever time they've made it here to the Devaney Sports Center, playing for a state championship. The block there by Kyle Eskins. It will stay with the Knights. Spalding as a school had made 7 previous trips here to the state tournament, last in '91. One more look at the block. And Spalding Academy had made 5 trips, the last in '94. Joe Imus in his 3rd season at Spalding Academy, getting them here to the title game and with the lead as we begin the 4th period of action. Wynot Blue Devils have been around a long time. They were here last year at the state tournament. The first ever trip into the championship game as well. Three-pointer on the way by the freshman, and he got it. Jackson Sudbeck with another three. Third three-pointer of the game for Jackson Sudbeck. He has 10 points to lead Wynot. And the turnover by Sudbeck. He'll take another one. Why not? Make it 4. Two big shots by the freshman. 13 points for Jackson Sudbeck, and Wynot has taken the lead. (36-35), Blue Devils on top.
A nice little run.
You know that NET is Nebraska's home for sports, bringing you over 200 hours of the best high school and college sports action you'll find anywhere. So join the Sports Partners Club now and make sure that you can always come home to NET Sports. Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and support this outstanding team of sports journalists and production crew. You'll receive invitations to special experiences throughout the year, like tailgate events, the annual preseason Sports Partners Breakfast, and live audience editions of Big Red Wrap-Up. Go behind the scenes with Nebraska's home for sports and become part of a winning franchise. Join the NET Sports Partners Club.
Jackson Sudbeck having an afternoon, the only player in double figures. He's got 13, 4 3-pointers, 4 for 6 from outside the arc.
Yeah, when Nathan Weisler picked up his 4th foul, they were down 7 or 6, excuse me, and you get a little nervous that that lead would get extended with Weisler on the bench. However, it's worked the opposite. Everybody else has stepped up, including Sudbeck. Now they have the lead.
Tipped away, another turnover. Blue Devils get it back. Up by 1.
And Coach Hymas can sit Weisler until he feels it's the right time to put him back in with that 4th foul. Nice patience here by Wynot, trying to alleviate this pressure by Spalding by setting high ball screens.
Good dish inside. Sudbeck feeds Lange. Freshman to freshman for 2. 8-0. Wynot run. 2 Sudbeck threes. Lange's bucket there, and it's an 8-0 run. Tip back in by Haskey. And the turnover by the Blue Devils. Stepped on the inline.
And that's the advantage. Haskey gives Spalding Academy the advantage now inside. So look for Spalding to go back inside to Haskey, try to get another easy touch. Without Weisler 6'8" presence in there, a little easier to score around the basket. Here comes Haskey working on the post.
3 is off by Glasser.
Good weak side rebound by Lange. Wynot showing a little bit more poise. Sudbeck being the freshman, commanding his team. Here comes a high ball screen to try to alleviate this pressure.
Stratman along the baseline. Good move by Stratman. Defensively, nice job by the Knights. 5 minutes to go here in this D2 championship. And the turnover by Spalding.
We mentioned to start the game, Wynot's theme has kind of been the finish. They've been in situations where they've had to grind out 4th quarters. This is certainly another one of those situations. Up 1, 5 minutes to go. Reach down, try to find a way to finish the game and win a state championship.
Cody Stratman off to Sudbeck. Sudbeck thought about the 3 over to Stratman. They'll kick it back out. Another wide open three. Kid is on fire. 5 3-pointers. He's got 16. Third three this quarter.
And just great poise, confident stroke. Spalding has to stay poised. Game's still only 4 points.
Off the front, a rebound to Sudbeck. 11-2 Blue Devil run.
Wynot's going to get trapped here. Nice job by the Knights extending that pressure, trying to maybe get a steal in conversion layup versus having to force that or play against the 2-3 zone defense of Wynot.
Timeout on the floor. 41-37, and we talked about the freshman Jackson Sudbeck, and he is on fire from outside the arc. 3 3-pointers in this half alone. Let's take a look at Jackson Sudbeck.
Nice job, gets his feet set, uses a high ball screen there. Defender goes under the ball screen. Sudbeck has the mindset to stop behind it, set the three. That time was a transition three, and that was just a heat check. He made three, and I'm going to throw this up, and it's going to go in. That's a great feeling as a shooter, and certainly for a freshman has been the difference of being down 7 versus his little run from the three-point line has put Wynot up 4.
If it was a heat check, the temperature's still hot. 5 of 7 from beyond the arc for the freshman. He leads all scorers with 16.
Coach Larry. Coach Hymas has elected to go back to the 6'8" center Weisler. See if he can finish the game with those 14 fouls.
So Weisler back in for Wynot, along with Sudbeck. Let's see what the Knights do to answer. 4 minutes to go here in this final period of play of the Class D2 championship.
The Knights are looking to trap the corners. So Wynot needs to make sure you keep the ball in the middle of the floor. Don't get caught in the corner where you can get trapped. Nice job playing in the middle of the floor here. Here comes the high ball screen they've been utilizing most of the half to handle the Knights' pressure.
Inside. Good move by Weisler inside, and Weisler with the bucket. Shot inside. No good. I'll slow it up the other way.
Last possession, went into Weisler.
Drives in. Drives in. The shot is good by Sudbeck. Continues to line it up. 18 for Sudbeck. 15-2. Wynot run? Little floater along the baseline by Glazer to try to keep Spalding Academy in it.
Got a timeout on the floor.
A timeout, and it doesn't look like Joe Imus thought he was calling a timeout, but he did get. I want to make a quick correction for those who may be listening. In the program and in the information we were given, it says that Jackson Sudbeck is a freshman. We've been told by the staff and by others that it was a typo. He's actually a junior.
Freshman, junior, whatever
he is.
Well of a ball game.
That's
so
right.
he's played. He's been the reason why Wynot has taken his 6-point lead. His poise, confidence, his three-point shooting, and now he shows his versatility, getting past the three-point line and getting a layup to push Wynot up 6. So great inside-outside between Weisler getting a foul trouble. Sudbeck took over. Now Weisler comes back in the game and got a post basket. So that inside-outside combination has really been good for Wynot, and now it's the poise of Wynot. Can they finish versus the pressure? 6-point deficit for Spalding Academy is not that great. Here comes the drive. Nice job of using the threat of being a three-point shooter against the defense to drive in and score. Now, as I mentioned, Spalding Academy can go on a quick 6-0 run with the way they play. They can get steals, get in transition. So certainly Wynot has to have poise. And Spalding Academy has to continue to apply this pressure, look for opportunity to get a trap and a steal.
Well, Jackson, just so you know, we didn't ever think you were a freshman anyway. We thought you looked too experienced, too old to be a freshman. 45-39, Wynot on top. Off the fingertips and a turnover. Back into the game, Cody Stratman, along with Kyle Beckman.
Nice full court pressure by Spalding Academy, exactly what you're looking for. Try to get a turnover. Now you've got to come down and execute. Try to cut into this 6-point deficit.
Jumper along the baseline, rattles around. Rebound, Nathan Weasley.
Keep it out of the corners. Here comes a trap opportunity.
Good job by Cody Stratman.
You always want to have 3 outlets from your dribbler. Somebody below, somebody above, and somebody in the middle to make sure you do get trapped. You've got releases. Wynot doing a tremendous job keeping it right in the middle of the floor here. One up, one down, one above. See how Wynot has 3 outlets there to be able to give the ball handler a release point.
And a foul called against the Knights. Kyle Bloom. And Kyle Bloom picking up his 2nd foul. Just the 4th team foul against the Knights. 1:54 to go and a 6-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Tipped away and a foul called on Eric Berger. First foul on Berger. 3 team fouls. We get 5 team fouls now. Trapped in the corner. Goes off the foot. No touch, and they will say he bounced it off the floor first before it hit a Knight. And now nearing the 30 turnover mark with a 6-point advantage. Minute 42 to go, D2 championship. Both schools looking for their first ever title. Good dish underneath. Good pass and a bucket by Haskey. Now 4-point. Down the floor, here's Cody Stratman. Lays it in, but he's fouled. Stratman will go to the line.
A really nice job by Wynot. Instead of throwing it in the corner and getting trapped, and we mentioned the success point has been the big guy flashing up. Got over the top of the pressure. Had a chance to make the layup. Nice job by Spalding, hustling back and challenging Stratman at the rim. So do the little things here. Spalding Academy has to step in and block out on a miss. Make sure you secure the rebound. Obviously, Stratman being a freshman, like to see step up, make the 2nd one, give your team a 5-point lead. Nice job.
We think he's a freshman anyway.